Hey everybody, this is Pete Bartolozzi welcoming you to another Nuggets, Gems, and Pearls from God's Word. Today's nugget is entitled, My Grace is Sufficient. And I'm going to be reading from 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 7 through the first part of verse 9, where it says, And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelation, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan, to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I sought the Lord 3 times, that it would depart from me. And he said to me, My grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Here we have the ever popular account of Paul's thorn in the flesh, which I'm not going to be addressing directly in this segment. This verse clearly reveals that Satan, not God, assigned a demon to persistently harass him with intent to discourage him in preaching the gospel, or at very least, to hinder his ministry. He speaks of seeking God concerning this 3 different times, obviously wanting God to remove this messenger from Satan, who is continually harassing him and impeding his efforts. All 3 times God gave him the same answer: My grace is sufficient. What this reveals is that God had already placed in Paul's call the grace to deal with all that he was called to do and all that he would face in the process of fulfilling that call, including all the attacks of the enemy, which clearly included all that he needed to deal with those attacks of the enemy from beginning all the way to the end. God is all-knowing, and he knows all that we will deal with throughout life. And like Paul, God places the grace in our call to deal with all that we will face in pursuit of his plan and purpose for our lives. So every time we face trials, especially those we deem hard and heavy, we are to seek God about how to deal with it, asking for wisdom. Then, like a zip file, if you would, the Spirit of God will reveal what is already in your grace on how to deal with it, while we also apply the word we already know. And I offer this as something to think about today. Be blessed.